Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. If you watched my last video, which was on low-carb biscuits, you know that I'm trying to lose weight. You know, if I was up to my wife, she'd be happy with me being a fatty fatso, but I've got a couple knee replacement surgeries coming up, and I'd rather be carting around a little less tonnage. So I've been trying to lose weight. Low carb is the choice that I've made. So, like I said, last video was about low-carb biscuits. Today I'm going to try pancakes that are low carb, and it seems to be a pretty good recipe. So I'll go over that with you. I've been blessed with a mouthful of taste buds, and I really like good food. And I'm not a big candy person, but I sure do like bread. And unfortunately, those are full of carbohydrates, and they stick to my ribs like glue. So once again, we're trying this low carb alternative for pancakes made mostly with almond flour, and everything I've seen about them looks pretty good. So we'll give them a shot, and I'll let you know what I think.
So for the dry ingredients, we start off with 2 cups of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and about a half a tablespoon of non-sugar sweetener. I've used stevia. Some of these sweeteners tend to be much sweeter ounce per ounce than sugar, so you have to be careful how much you put in. For the wet ingredients, I've got 4 eggs that I've whipped up, a half a cup of almond milk, a quarter cup of avocado oil, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I'll throw some butter onto my griddle here. I've got it around 350. It's kind of on the low to medium side on my 2-burner. So I'm just going to grease it up with some butter. And you can see in my frying pan I've got some butter going for some fried eggs that I'll eat with these pancakes. Here's what the batter looks like. About the same consistency as a regular pancake batter. And I'm going to put down about a quarter cup of batter for each of these pancakes. I'd recommend, and what I'll do next time I make these, you see how big that first one is? That's about how big I'd make them. When they got a little bigger than that, it was tough to turn them over, as you'll see throughout the video. So I would probably limit them to something, I don't know, about 4 inches across. That way you'll be able to get them turned over without them breaking apart on you. So for the first pancake, we'll throw some batter down on the griddle and see how it acts. You know, typically with a pancake, you'll put your batter down and you'll start to see the bubbles form and then pop after a while. Then you kind of have a good indication that it's time to flip over your pancake. Well, with these guys, I started forming bubbles almost immediately, and they pop almost immediately. So the gauge that I'm used to determine when to flip a pancake was not present with these pancakes. So if you look at them from this perspective, the way you would a normal pancake, it looks like they're ready to flip, but they weren't. So I had to wait for the outside rim to start turning a little bit brown, that golden brown, before I could try to sneak a spatula underneath to flip it over without destroying the structure of the pancake. Finally got brave enough to flip one of these pancakes over. I chose the smallest one because it was cooking quicker. It doesn't hold together quite like a pancake that has wheat flour in does. I got it flipped over and it's nice and golden brown and smelled really good. Not as fluffy as a standard pancake is, so don't expect that. These are quite a bit thinner. Not like a crepe by any means, but still, I'd say about half the thickness of what you'd expect out of a standard pancake. And you can see that as I try and flip them over, sometimes if it's not quite right, it'll start to kind of crinkle up on me and say, nope, I'm not letting you turn me over yet. First 2 pancakes off of the griddle, I decided to flip these last 2. I'm going to put some more butter up on the top part of that griddle and start cooking the second batch. Now you notice I'm not using as much batter in these next 2. I'm doing that to help them cook a little quicker and to assist me when I'm going to flip them over. so that I can get them over in one piece. That's another thing that these little pancakes aren't doing, is holding together like a flour-based pancake does. So I found this Carrie's sugar-free, low-calorie syrup. It's a maple flavored syrup. There's no maple in it, but it shows that it has 5 calories per serving and about 3 carbs. 2 of that from a sugar alcohol. So this is probably not the best stuff for you, but it'll give me a little bit of that maple flavor that I like on my pancakes. So we're going to give it a shot. Now these last 2 pancakes are cooking quite a bit faster. So I actually turned the griddle temperature up just a little bit. So it's probably right around 375 if I was to guess. I want to see if I can't get the pancakes to cook just a little bit quicker and become a little firmer on one side so I can flip them over intact. And I was really happy with how this batch looked. That to me looks like a nice hot cake from a breakfast restaurant. And since you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth, that really got me to wanting to taste these pancakes. So I'll get these others flipped over, and I gotta say that the addition of the vanilla really did something for the aroma. Oh, by the way, look at that top right pancake. Isn't that wonderful? So at this point, I'm really looking forward to eating these guys. As a side note, my audio quit on me. My microphone fell off my lapel, and so I'm kind of having to ad-lib some of this. Just a commercial for a well-seasoned skillet. I fried some eggs for my wife and I, and all I had to do when they were done is wipe it out with a paper towel. And that right there is non-stick happiness. But back to the pancakes. So I've got my eggs cooked, got my bacon ready, and I've got some syrup going on top of these almond flour pancakes. And like I said, they're smelling good, they're looking good, so I'm really, really anxious to see how they taste. And my fingers are crossed. I did put quite a bit of butter on there because, you know, it's butter. So I'll take a little triangle out of this and shove it in my mouth and see, hopefully, how these things taste. And at this point, I'm pretty amazed that they taste really good. So 3 thumbs up. So if I show this to you, you see they didn't rise as much as a regular pancake would using wheat or wheat-based flour, but did get a little lift out of them. They were nice and airy. There was no problem with that. And their flavor was pretty good. It would have been better if I was using straight up maple syrup, but since I'm on this low carb diet, I had to use what I had. But anyway, mixed with these fried eggs and bacon, this was a nice hearty breakfast, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was a nice change. I won't make these pancakes every day. I'll use them as a treat because they're a little more carbs than I usually eat with that sugar-free syrup. But nonetheless, highly recommend this recipe. Once again, the recipe will be below in the description of the video. And if you're on a diet like I am and you just kind of would like to switch things up a little bit, you get tired of scrambled eggs for breakfast, give this a shot. It'll help you, if you're like me, stay on this diet, kind of stick to the course. So far I've lost 30 pounds by cutting down the amount of bread and things like that I eat. So I'm enthused about continuing on finding new recipes, and I'll continue to share them with you when I find a good one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.